more resources in with the way that we
had to go her own way. That's why you don't see her right here. But if she want to go do something else, that's fine with me. We had her run. So, you know, she had a stroke and getting older. She would never be like, oh man. She would always be before my eyes until you say, I want to go do something else. Yeah. Now you're not as beautiful to me again. You think that if you decide to go this way, I'm going to go that way, that's fine. It is what it is, man. And like I said, anytime you can find somebody you can stay in love with for a long time, or for one day, or whatever, if you can stay in love, that's good. I'm happy with it. But I found somebody else, but it is what it is. Well, don't need to worry. I'm gonna give you something, and it's somebody who's working for me.
Probably younger and hotter as well. Why am I showing you guys this clip? For those of you guys that don't know, LeVar Ball stuck by his wife when she was having strokes, etc. And then I think he got an injury himself. Something is wrong with his leg, right? And they ended up divorcing. And what I want to talk about real quickly before I get off of is that you guys got to understand that there's no equity with women. You guys really, really got to understand this concept that there is zero equity when it comes to women, okay, and relationships. A lot of guys think I'm going to invest more time, I'm going to invest more resources in her, she's going to, treasure me as a part of that, whatever. All you're doing when you do that is you are buying some. To a degree, but women are always going to, they always reserve the right to leave you, okay, for any reason. And a lot of times what they'll leave you for is like, they'll say, oh, I don't have the spark anymore, or oh, I don't feel this anymore, some other like that. So they can leave you at any time based on how they feel, right? From the time we were little boys, we're told, hey, work really hard, go to school, right? Get education, get a good job, save your money, invest, and that money is going to pay back dividends to you. The harder you work, the more you're going to get out of it. The only realm where this mindset doesn't work is when you deal with women, guys. Okay? Spending more time with women and investing more in them typically doesn't benefit you. It only hurts you, puts you more in the hole. And the other problem also when you invest more with women is what's going to happen is you're going to be more invested and you're going to do crazier you don't want to lose that investment. So anytime you guys see these guys crashing out over a girl or whatever, it's because they've invested a significant amount into that woman. Maybe they paid her college off, maybe they've been with her forever, maybe they, forego certain opportunities to be with her. So when you see guys like simping and doing all this other shit, that's an over-investment, right? You gotta be able to cut your losses. Guys, I get rejected by girls all the time. All the time. I just move on. Every day I get rejected by some chick. Hit her up, no response. All right, whatever. Move on. Who cares? Who cares? Right? It's the game. It's just the game. It's just how it is. So you can't invest too much with women. You just gotta talk to the next girl. You just gotta move on, right? Hit up a girl, no response. Hit up a girl, oh, blocked. Okay. Hit up a girl, she responds a day or two later. This is just the game. And this is why it is so impressive when men are able to get women because rejection is a part of the game. Someone dropped in a super chat yesterday. Oh, clavicular is getting turned down by threes in Paris. Well, that's bad for you niggas then.
Learning a new skill is hard, but with Duolingo, it's fun and easy.
Do you have a home that you want to sell in the next 30 days? Then listen up, because listing your house on the market isn't the only way to...
If clavicular is getting turned down by threes like you guys are claiming, that's really bad for the rest of us, okay? Really bad. That's the honest response I can respect from Aaron. Yeah, bro, I told you guys, no one is above this. I strike out all the time with chicks. All the time. All the time I strike out. Don't think I'm like some Romeo over here. But I'm showing you guys to illustrate that it's a part of the game. It's a part of the game is getting rejected. And even if you invest in girls, they still reserve the right to leave you at any time with the way modern feminism is. Feminism tells women relationships when they're not happy. Do you guys get that? They're not gonna stick it out through thick and thin, through trials and tribulations, through sickness and health, like with their vows. That shit's cooked, bro. That's just cooked. A lot of you guys didn't realize that I talk about, dude, I get rejected all the time. Guys, when I covered more dating, I told you guys, I used to go 1 in 40 in the club. I'll talk to like 40 chicks just to get laid by one. It was you have to cold approach a bunch of girls. I can't do that now because now like I'm famous. I can't do that shit now. But before, yeah, dude, I was striking out left and right all day, you know? So no one is immune to this. No one is immune to this. Even LeVar Ball, you know? This is just a game. So wow, so what is the takeaway from this? The takeaway from this, gentlemen, is simply this. Do not invest too much in women. Just that's what it comes down to. Do not invest too much in women and have multiple chicks. And it's sad because with her, right, he gave her all this and she still left him. When he needed help, she left him. He stuck by her when she was getting strokes. She was stuck by him when he has his health issues. That's the game, guys. That is the game. Any weakness to women is looked at as inherently unattractive, and they hate it, right? Brooklyn's Law, Chad. Never forget Brooklyn's Law. Let me show you what Brooklyn's Law is, so you guys really understand this. Because not enough of you understand this, man. Once you understand this, start to like really accept how women move, and you don't get mad, okay? And I think I have another tweet here that also I talked about. Oh yeah. So here's Brooklyn's Law. Brooklyn is known for what's called Brooklyn's Law. The female, not the male, determines all conditions of the animal family. So what does this mean? Women pretty much exclusively control reproduction and who has access to reproduction. Okay? Make peace with this, chat. Burn this into your brain. The female, not the male, determines all conditions of the animal family. So if you get rejected by a girl, who cares? Move on. Okay, move on. Who cares? 9 out of 10 times when a girl rejects you because she thinks that she can do better, when a lot of times they can't. They really can't most of the time. So that's what it is. So I also have another thing here that I'm going to talk about with Brooklyn's Law as well. I told my husband of 20 years, this is going to be crazy. But guys, understand that there's no equity with women. The bottom line is, there is no equity with women. There's none. The more time you invest, the more money you invest, the more resources you invest in her, all that does is it makes you more connected, not necessarily her. And she can leave at any time. Especially when you're no longer able to provide certain things. Like in this case, LeVar Ball wasn't an able-bodied man like he used to be. She lost attraction and moved on. No one is safe, bro. No one is safe. And I'm not saying this to undermine LeVar Ball at all. Guys, wildly successful, raised 2 good sons, but this is just female nature, guys. This is female nature. And in today's day and age, with the way that we are, with the way the sexual marketplace is, women have no incentive to be honorable and stay with their guy. They just don't. Mass media has told them, if you are not happy in your relationship, move on. You deserve a happy life. You deserve the best of the best, no matter how you are. Right? Normally, a woman her age would never leave. You would realize that her chances in the market are cooked. But thanks to feminism and the way the market is now, older women still think they got a chance. It used to be, if a chick was in her 30s, right, she wouldn't divorce because she knew that if she got back out there, it's going to be cooked. I guarantee a bunch of y'all right now, if we're parents, or if you guys have older parents, like your mom probably stuck with your dad because she knew that if she went back out there, it'd be over. They were smart enough to realize that, like, you're gonna get back out there as an older woman, you're not gonna do as well. They were just red-pilled on this topic. Older women are red-pilled on this. But like these younger women, they're so dumb, and the social media has programmed them so much where they think they actually have a chance. So anyway, we're gonna cover this thing right here. This comes from Reddit. This is.
Look at that stack already! Wait! Don't touch it! No! Fail again! Bro, this level is harder than it looks!
Hey, if money is tight right now and you need some help to pay some bills, maybe your car payment, late rent, groceries to put on the table so you and your family can eat, I'm serious.
Brutal, but I'm going to read it over there. I told my husband of 20 years that he was just my safety net. My husband is ready to divorce me over a wedding seating arrangement. When we met, I was heavily pregnant, sleeping in my car, and abandoned by my ex. This man stepped in, married me, and paid for every single cent of my daughter's upbringing and private schooling for 2 weeks. Now, she's 20. She is marrying a 25-year-old from a very wealthy high society family. When the invitations went out, my husband found out he wasn't even invited. My daughter invited her biological father to walk her down the aisle. He is furious. Guy his back and screaming about betrayal after 20 years of financial sacrifice. He completely refuses to see the bigger picture. We are dealing with elite people. Bringing a step-parent into the equation looks messy to the new in-laws. Having a real father there looks cohesive and respectable. I had to protect my daughter's future and social standing. When he cornered me tonight about the disrespect, I felt like telling the truth. I never asked for his charity. He chose to play the savior back then, and I just took the only survival option I had. He is calling me ungrateful, but I did what any mother would do for her child. Oh, man. Now, whether this specific story is true or not isn't really relevant, but understand that this is happening every single day, okay? This is not a far-fetched story. We all probably know somebody that did this before, or something similar to this. Might not be this exact back pattern, but what is the bottom line? The bottom line is that this guy made an enormous amount of sacrifice, financial, emotional, time-wise, for this woman and her daughter, who is not his biological daughter, and when the big day comes, she walked down the aisle with the guy that was never there, right? And this goes back to what I was saying before. It's a thankless position, being a step-parent, you know? I get it. If you're bringing kids to the relationship and she's bringing kids, I get it. But for all you guys that are single, man, you gotta be careful getting into this. And her response basically shows, like, what I've always said. Peripheral slaw, man. Hypergamy is an evil thing, man. But yeah, anyway, yeah, so this is peripheral slaw, guys. This is hypergamy in the open, and this is peripheral slaw. In the flesh, man. In the flesh. Like, bro pulled her out of her car, he was poor, probably homeless, all this, married her, gave her everything, and still ended up taking the L in the end. Guys, this is hypergamy. This is female nature. You can't get mad. You just gotta accept it, man. You just have to accept it. You just have to accept it. And I gotta give you guys red pills like this so you guys understand what you're dealing with. This is modern women, and this is the perfect example of when I tell you guys, you know, men fall in love, women fall in business, man. Men fall in love, women fall in business. So this is where we are now. This is where we are, my ninjas.
I just find the exception to that rule, if I'm being honest.
All right.
That stuff matters for keeping you around long term. Like for initial just sexual attraction, just can my dick get hard and I want to fuck you, it's only looks. But then as you want to continue to date you, that's when all that other stuff comes into play.
Then for instance, like when guys met me, it could sound funny, but then I don't get that many, or maybe I don't notice, like I don't respond, but then I don't get that many guys that approach me because they say like you're really intimidating or something like that.
That's a fancy way of saying you're annoying. I'll be honest.
Or you're masculine.
Yeah, when men say you're intimidating or anything like that, that's men being nice about saying like you're really aggressive.
But if they don't know me,
you're
how do they
competitive.
know that?
Well, here's the thing. Men aren't stupid, right? If a woman's in a career and she's successful and she makes money,
Yes.
what does it take to be successful?
A lot of effort.
Drive, ambition.
But
Yeah.
I'll tell you, because if you look at like millionaires or people that are successful, they have the same traits. Non-agreeable, assertive, dominant, competitive. These are things that men don't care about. That's like dating another guy.
But then for instance, like when they see me just like a sexual, like a product, I don't like it. I like to offer more than that, you know?
Yeah, but that's why they'll see you just that way, because they'll be like, okay, well, she's hot, but she's also kind of like a guy. So they'll play the game to try to get sex.
Tell you in different ways.
So when you go to McDonald's, what do you go for?
I don't go to McDonald's.
Yeah.
Okay, say a restaurant here in Colombia, let's say Wendy's or something, or Subway, right? You go for sauce. When men come to you, they come for what?
When men come for me, they come for what?
What do they come for?
The burger page.
They come for sex and your sexuality.
Yeah.
So even though you don't like that, that's what they come for. And then after that, you build upon that. For example, your personality,
Yes,
you can
for
offer
sure.
to them. So that's the beginning stage.
Or you might annoy them and they only look at you for sex.
No, they never said that I annoyed them.
They're never gonna say that.
They won't say that.
That's what we're telling you. Men never tell women the truth.
Yeah.
If you guys notice, as soon as I told y'all the truth, women are lazy. Well, what are you saying? Men can't tell the truth, but most of us think women are lazy.
It is true. Actually, I remember I had a boyfriend that once told me like, I don't care that you're an engineer, I just like your huge boobs. And I was like, ugh.
Yeah, we don't care about none of that.
Is it true? And you know what? The thing is, like, I've dated guys in my life. I've dated guys that did less money than me, and for them, it was like really amazing that I was an engineer, and wow, like you're amazing. But just because they are behind me.
Yes.
And like the guys that have been upper me, they really don't care what
Successful
happened.
men?
So right now, honestly, right now I'm not doing engineering. I'm just pretending to be a stupid girl. Like, yes.
See,
Life is easier.
Hold on. See,
Sorry, but yeah, life is easier.
If it was a man, he would have to continue to be an engineer. He can't use his tits.
That's true.
Something?
You got it.
Yes.
Question or disagreement or something?
I have a question.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
What do you ask?
I knew someone was gonna say
No,
that.
that's not my question. I'm just kidding. This is controversial, and maybe he had an answer. Like the face says everything.
He's been out there about 10 trillion
I
times.
mean, here's the thing, like, I don't think, it is funny when someone says, who hurt you anytime you state a fact. Typically they get mad at you stating facts or things that are generally true. I mean, if I say the sky is blue and the grass is green and sometimes it rains and it sucks, does that mean that this is who hurt me? No. I'm just observing a fact, but what I've realized is you can't really criticize women without them saying who hurt you.
I was saying what?
You cannot criticize women without them saying who hurt you.
It's not that. Also, I wanted to, before my question, I wanted to add something to what you said about like women don't care about what we do, and that's why we shouldn't care. Like, just do what you do, and you don't care. Like, just do your money and get your money, and he will give you money.
Future, if they want to make a money with you, like they don't like when you do like all that stuff in the future if they see like a potential partner.
No, like I would say, let's say my part, I do vet and I like what I do and I don't do it because of a man. But
Exactly.
Right. But let's say I have a man and he literally does not care what I do, but he cares about me, you know? That doesn't mean that he's gonna like make me not do vet, you know? He doesn't mean he's gonna be like, he just doesn't care. But I care. So I just do it. It's not like I'm doing anything bad.
In other words, a woman's status and income has no bearing on her ability to find a man.
And I agree with that.
But a man's status and income definitely matters, right? Perfect example, I don't mean to bully you, but she has a good degree, right? Engineer. But she has the ability now to say, you know what? I don't want to fucking do this no more. I'm gonna hang out and chill. Yeah. But a man can't do that. We don't have the privilege of being able to work when we feel like it. Because no girl's gonna come in and take care of us. But if you're a woman, a guy will. If you're hot enough, a guy will come in and take care of you.
Okay, I had a question. It's not controversial, but I want to know, like, in general, what do you think about when you go on a first date, like having sex in the first date? Like, what do you think about that?
It's actually a pretty good question.
What's wrong with it?
No, because it's something like you have talked about it before too much. I don't know. Just asking.
I mean,
What do you-
look, my thing is like, obviously speaking, if you're into somebody, both parties want to have that connection, then go for it. But my thing is like, obviously some guys take it as, okay, if she's the first night, she might be considered a whore, but the guy's capable, he's used to the game, he knows what's going on, the connection's there, why not just go for it? So, that's my take.
I like it when I fuck them on the first night.
Yeah, me too.
If they're not going to be entertaining enough for me, or interesting enough for me to keep them around, like they lose their place in line, basically. Like if I really am crazy about her, if she speaks English and she's bisexual, we have an amazing chemistry, amazing connection, I'd wait up to 3 or 4 dates max, maybe. That'd probably be a preferable, but I definitely wouldn't like write a girl off because we fucked on the first night.
So I'll say this: a girl isn't a whore for having sex on the first night. A girl's a whore from other things that she might have done. Because my thing is, I look at it like, if you're that guy and she's like, I'm attracted to this guy, I like this guy, etc., and she has sex with him quickly, that doesn't necessarily mean she's a whore. But this is why I tell guys all the time: you need to date a girl for 6 months to a year to get to vet her. You have to look at her character, how she behaves, because girls that are sluts, they can't keep the mask off forever. The mask is gonna come off eventually, and you'll be able to tell. You know, and there's a bunch of ways that we tell that girls are sluts, but just because a girl has sex with you quickly isn't necessarily mean she's a whore.
And all my long-term, like, girls, first night sex.
Yeah.
All of them, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. So, but there's other things that make a girl, like, not wife material besides just that.
Yeah.
Public Instagram showing a lot of skin with a lot of followers.
Being an attention whore. A big one is like being an attention whore. Always want to be on the internet, wanting to go to the club all the time, wanting attention from other men, showing her body all over the place with her man, without her man's authority. Being a sex worker, like certain things like that, like are just like, this is an L.
What if the girl want to go to like clubbing, but with you? Would you be okay with that?
If I'm there, that's fine, but she's not going to go on a girls' night out or something. No,
Even if just girls, no.
that's unacceptable.
Why not? Like, why not? Like sometimes I just go with my friends and believe me, I don't even look at guys. I'm like
You know what? Let's
more
talk about that.
interested with my
Okay, you
friends.
guys, who thinks it's okay for a girl to go out to the club when she has a man? Who thinks it's okay? Oh, well,
I don't
that's
because I wouldn't like my
Who
man.
thinks it's okay for you to go to a club and have a man? Yeah, yeah.
No, because like if I'm dating a guy and he's not okay with me going by myself, I wouldn't.
Most guys aren't though. They just will never tell you.
Yeah.
Why you so shy to tell anything? What is this thing about
No, not me. I'm saying
No, no.
most men.
Yeah, but what do you think? Why does this, I don't know, maybe politically, correctly, whatever, como to not say the thing, you know? But I don't
because-
like
Why are men scared to say
It's
it?
because those guys don't want to lose you. Because they, okay, for example, we said earlier on the show, he handled the truth. He said yes, and he told you guys, and then he said no. So up front, he said, you know what, I don't like that. And if the value isn't high enough, he may say, you know what, I don't want to be with this guy, it's too much pressure, too
I
much.
actually think a guy is more sexy when he stands
That's if you like
by
him. You
himself.
don't like him like that.
himself.
Yeah, but most guys don't have the ability to tell a woman, I don't accept this.
Yeah, most dudes are mad
You
at that.
like it. That's sexy.
I get that.
But maybe American
Men
guys.
can do that.
You say-
Latin guys, they say, I don't want you to go out.
Hold on. But
Even if they-
hold on. Are you gonna respect it if he's a bum? No. You're still gonna go out.
No.
In Colombia, let me tell you something. You can go to a poor neighborhood and you can see the guy who thinks he's the shit or whatever, and he tell his girlfriend, "You're not going to the club." Trust and believe, she's not gonna go to the
Well, that's
club.
Colombia per se, but in the other
Yeah, the women are more feminine here.
worlds,
The women are more feminine here.
Like if like for me, if I'm dating a guy and I want to go clubbing, I would prefer to go with him every time, even with my friends. So like I want him to know my friends, like to be with my friends. And if he like he's not able to go
Yeah,
out
ladies, you
and
gotta
he's
understand
telling me I
that the club.
cannot.
Here's the thing. I get it that you want him to go with you, but do you guys realize that the club for us is a big waste of time?
No,
We gotta pay to get in.
Yes.
Alcohol doesn't benefit us. Drinking it for men is not good. Men have to be productive. Women don't.
okay, there was this thing I did with my ex-boyfriend, and like when we didn't have a bunch of money, we went together to the club, and I went to the guys like, oh, can you give me that thing? And then I gave it to my boyfriend like, drink. And then
Yeah, but that's
and then I went, like,
Yeah, but you know what you should have done instead of going to club with you, finding a way to make more money.
Yeah.
It's not only women have the privilege of going to the club and wasting time and being losers. No offense.
and you know what's
Like,
crazy?
men can't do that.
Where's he now?
Men can't do that.
Where's he?
Where's he now?
I broke up with him.
You can't.
You can't make that shit up, man. You can't make that shit, bro.
Right.
All right.
He wanted to get married, and I didn't.
Yeah, and why'd you want to get married?
All right.
All right, okay. Question, comment, disagreement, anything?
I do have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, let's say you guys have daughters or whatever. In this society, in this new day, in this modern day, don't breathe, okay? Would you, no, but being men that they are nowadays and being women as they are nowadays, would you recommend your daughter be the woman of the process for a man?
The woman of what?
Of the process.
The woman of the process? What's the woman of the process?
Like be there when the guy have absolutely nothing on this building and stuff up and like support him in all the step and
He's
taking the chance and the risk that in that man potential.
I would tell my daughter, find a rich man and accept the fact that he's gonna fuck other girls, or you can go ahead and build up with a guy, but be prepared that it might not work out and you wasted your youth. Pick one. But I'm gonna tell her what the fuck it is. If you take a risk on a man and you bet your best years, you might lose those best years with that man and he might not be anything. Or you can go, hey, somebody I was starting to see what I'm talking about. Or you can find a rich man from the beginning, use your peak at 18, 19, find that rich man and just accept the fact you're the main girl and he's gonna fuck other bitches. Which one do you wanna do? You can build with a man, but it might not work out. You're gonna take the bet. That's what I'll tell my daughter. So she knows going in with her eyes wide open what's gonna happen.
Facts.
Okay.
And do you want children?
Yeah. Hopefully not a daughter.
Well,
Yeah.
Jason,
Yeah.
it's gonna be your headache
Yeah.
and your karma.
But I'm gonna tell her the truth. That's gonna happen. You know what? I'm gonna tell her the truth. I'm not gonna lie to her like the TV. I'm gonna tell her, you know what? You're better off just finding a rich guy like daddy, and then because I'm tired to take care of you, and let him go fuck other bitches.
And I agree about the resources and the wealthy part, but moreover than that, you gotta date a real man. You gotta date a dominant, masculine fucking man.
You
Don't be
find
a fucking
those.
weak guy.
Yeah.
Alright, and if I had to choose between one of the two,
Where do you find them? Those guys? Where are they?
They're hard to find.
Another question.
Yeah.
What would be a quality that that you would say to you that a man has to have yes or yes for him to be a great man? That qualifies him to be a good man?
Honesty. Honesty and integrity is like the biggest thing. Because there's a reason why they say I'm a man of my word. Because men put a very big stake in integrity.
But didn't you say that sometimes guys cannot tell you the truth because people don't accept the truth?
No, I said women can't handle the truth.
But you're saying like the best thing of being a guy is being honest, and
Yeah.
you are not honest.
No. My girl, she knows what the fuck I do. She packed my condoms. Like, yeah. But the thing is, I do that by being honest and letting her know what it is.
Are you
She
gonna
knows
marry her?
Honest with her.
I'm very honest with her, but she gets a side of me that other girls aren't gonna necessarily get. You know?
And then to answer your question as well, so what would value out women the most? Do you know? One quality.
One quality that we
Value the most out of men.
I think for me, particularly, is like protection. Like when the man is like, make me feel like I'm okay regardless of the place I am or regardless of the situation.
Okay, so most women prefer men to be consistent. Because, for example, they start off strong, start off in love, doing things, and they say, you know what, I'm comfortable, I'm tired, I don't want to do it anymore. But if you're consistent with a girl, she appreciates that a lot more. So, that's what I say.
Yeah, but men get to be consistent most of the time anyway because they're rational. I'm consistent where I'm with women.
No, but like, okay, that's true. That's the whole point, though. You're valuing yourself. You're not consistent yourself. So if your man isn't either, what does that make him?
Like a woman.
Not my mom.
That's the whole point.
Men have to be consistent to be attractive.
Have to be.
And then you, and then we'll give it to her.
Sure. Okay. So what's the best advice you can give us? I mean,
Can you speak up?
yeah.
She said the best advice to give a
Best
girl.
advice to give us,
The best advice to give to the girls.
all the girls. Yeah.
Be useful to your guy. That's how you keep him. I think a lot of girls think just be attractive and give him sex and maybe make a sandwich every Monday. No, that's not enough. To really keep a guy, especially a guy that's attractive, that has the option of getting other women, you have to understand that you're competing with other girls, and you got to make it where, even if he goes and fucks another bitch, make him say, damn, I miss my girlfriend. And if you have that level, you win. And I know a lot of you guys are like, what the fuck? You're telling me he's gonna go fuck another bitch? Yeah.
Can I ask you a
Appreciate
question?
you this is how you know you won. If he's having sex with other girls and saying, damn, I miss my girl,
Yeah.
you did a good job.
Does it matter the way he does it?
What do you mean?
Like for example, okay, if you're telling me, okay, I'm with other women or whatever, does it matter? Should women have in consideration when it comes to a high value man that man is being exposed with other women publicly?
I think you can have a discussion about that.
Publicly,
You and
and
men can have a
like you
discussion
make him
about
in a
that.
certain way, or is it okay just because you gain status in life?
I think you should have a discussion with him about that, right? Because I think if you talk to the guy and he's having sex with other girls, whatever, and you say, hey, listen, please just don't embarrass me, don't fuck my best friend or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I think most guys would.
It's like I already explained, the rules I have with my girl, right?
Yeah.
I never posted other girls on social media. I never took them on vacation. I never
But so many women are emotional and they won't even like. You can't even get there with 99% of women. I think if a girl does do that, that's gonna set you apart. Another thing too, you want to set yourself apart from other women. You said getting advice from women. If you say, look, I don't give a fuck if you fuck other girls, just come home to me. You're gonna diversify yourself from 99% of women.
Yeah.
Just off of that alone.
And he will leave.
Yeah, you have to understand that the qualities that make us men attractive are very fucking different from what makes you attractive. Watch their content, watch their podcasts, other podcasts like that, listen to Andrew Tate, and really sit there and think, get out a piece of paper and literally make notes. Okay, what can I offer besides my wet pussy to this man? Be agreeable, support him, have interesting conversation, support him in his business. Anything you can, like, literally sit there, like, what could I do?
And here's the thing, no, I'm looking at all their faces you're talking.
Yeah.
You guys aren't ready to date a fucking winner. The girls that are giving me faces, looking at me crazy, whatever.
You don't even know what I'm doing. So I'm thankful I'm not ready because
You are not ready. You are not ready to date a winner. If you're looking at me crazy, or you're not like, okay, this makes sense. You're not ready. Date a more average guy that's gonna be more loyal to you. That's